Now, let me ask you something. It's not just the Breitbarts and the loser right-wing websites. You know that if they had a debate tomorrow and this guy was a Muslim, that's the first question they would get. They'd both, hey, wait a minute now. What are you going to do about Muslims infiltrating Iowa and murdering our police? What are you going to do? Who are you going to bomb? Who are you going to kill?
Eight
right?
Questions.
Now, it's not speculation. We had white terrorists do shootings, killings before debates. Not a peep. Not a peep. You know they wouldn't ask it in a debate. What are you going to do about it? I mean, what are you going to do? Be against all white people? No, but we can be against all Muslims because that's easy. That's the other. Yeah. We can discriminate against those guys. That's easy. Yeah. Being against all right-wingers, that's tough. Yeah. Being against all racists, that's tough. That's a big chunk of the country, right? So you don't want to look into yourself. So just don't ever, watch this. Go on Fox News right now. They're done with it. Now, when Fox News wants to stay on something, they will stay on it and stay on it and stay on it for days and weeks and months. Let's bet. Tomorrow, Fox News, not a peep, they're done with this story. I'm telling you ahead of time. It's not Monday Morning Quarterback, I'm telling you ahead of time. I would be shocked if Fox News covered this one more day, 2 more days. Inconceivable, because they're done with it. Oh, it's embarrassing when it's one of us who does it, right? So, given that, can we agree? They don't care about cops' lives. They don't care about it at all. All they want to do is discriminate and point out to the others, the Muslims, the blacks, the Latinos, etc. And they use it for political purposes. And when cops get murdered in cold blood, both ambushes, he comes up behind them and he murders them. Who cares? It's one of us. Who cares? Shh, don't talk about it.
Can you imagine if it was a guy who supported Kaepernick in his protests and killed the cops because he was so pissed at cops over that and said in comments that that's what his motivation was? We know Fox News loved talking about that story, but now it's a guy who has made clear what his motivation is. And Jared, was this the guy with the sign in his lawn?
Yeah, also at his house there was a Trump-Pence sign, apparently. That's what some of the photographs saying. Because, of course, the next level is after they find out the guy was mad at black people who were disturbed by cops' actions. Then they said, well, this guy's, of course, he's got to be registered Democrat. I mean, Democrat. Oh, have you ever, I'm sorry, I dove into comment sections and my brain almost exploded this morning. But the excuses went from that to he's a Democrat, look at the registration, then went to, oh, you think there's no white guys who support Black Lives Matter? This is 1 in a million. The logic to try and find your way out of this was maddening.
No, there's a lot of white guys who support Black Lives Matter carrying Confederate flags. Tons of them. Tons of them. By the way,
that's their camouflage.
There are some things that I'm so goddamn right about that I'm not going to ever shut up about it until the whole country goes, God damn it, Cenk, you were right. Okay, you win. But you think I can't do it? I already did it with Reagan. Reagan is to the left of current-day Democrats on so many issues, including complete and utter amnesty, negotiated with terrorists, ran from terrorists in Beirut. When I first said that, they said I was a fucking lunatic. Now everybody goes, well, of course that's true. Of course the political spectrum has moved. Of course.
Well, I would identify running from terrorists as a leftist position, but he was very different from current-day Republicans.
Right. Okay. And now everybody talks about how this famous George Bush, Ronald Reagan's debate, where they were so glowing terms about immigrants, even illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants, right? And how much the spectrum has moved. Now it's a fucking of course. So I'm going to keep on saying it. Okay. Confederate flag is carried by traitors to America. So if you're carrying a Confederate flag, you're wearing a Confederate flag, you're exhibiting a Confederate flag, you hate America and you are celebrating traitors to this country. You're the least American people, the most un-American piece of shit traitors that there is. Now when you say, oh no, that's my heritage is to be a piece of shit traitor to America. My heritage is to hate America. My heritage is to declare war on America. Okay, then admit it, raise your hand, and shut the fuck up about America because you hate it.